Time for another Magical Monday Behind the Curtains, where I share about my lived experience of embracing and practicing a life of radical magic. So, today, what I'm called to share with you all is something about my own journey of evolution on my path. I talk about alignment a lot, I talk about connection with the body, I talk about how our relationships to literally everything shape things, the magic in our lives. And so in the past week, I've really had another initiation on my own journey of this. And I'm just going to lay it out so that you all have an example of what it can look like. I think this process is something that a lot of people don't talk about, and I'm going to keep talking about it so that at least in my little area, it's somewhat normalized. So again, you can probably hear me swallowing. I got another fiercely loving smackdown by my body over the past several days of sit your ass down and think about where you are. So I, thought it was allergies, but it was not allergies. It was something else. I don't know. It was not COVID, but something that left me on the couch with a fever for about 24 solid hours, feeling really humbled by it. So I say that because, we can look at that and go, oh, I got sick. But really, when I look at it from the aerial view that I tend to look at things from, the week or two before that, I was, still in that post-sabbatical phase of restructuring and like getting after it in a impassioned, inspiration-driven way, but still, honestly, in a way that was misaligned with my design. So as a human design projector, I'm just not designed to work like that for long periods of time. This is something I do in my programs, is help use the different aspects of human design to learn our unique flow and relationship with the universe. So as a projector, one of the rules of thumb they use is that we're actually not supposed to work more than 4 hours a day. And I think that's pretty rigid. But at the same time, what I take from that is I'm actually not supposed to be a real like driving force for my work days. I'm supposed to like work efficiently and then rest and recover and gain more inspiration. Work efficiently and then go, do whatever I need to do to recalibrate my energetic system. I was not doing that. I was channeling all kinds of content and making newsletters and doing the things and visioning programs. And I was using a lot of energy. I was kind of getting wound up in myself. And it wasn't consciously because I thought I had to. It was, I wanted to. So here's a little slippery slope sometimes with our design and our way of moving through the world, is that there are very compelling reasons to betray ourselves. And for me, my business, my big vision, my inspiration, my like wishes for the world can take me out of my own energetic integrity. I mean, what? Right? So this is how slippery and nuanced this kind of work is, which is why I think we need communities where we're having these conversations. So anyway, on the couch, sitting there, and I'm always receptive to like signs from the universe and staying curious and holding things with an open palm. And basically, one of the things I realized in my own realm is I've been working from and like evolving from the therapist perspective since I was a therapist for quite a while. And it's that like one-on-one model of partnering with people and serving and supporting them and all that good stuff. Still love it, right? Like I still love that kind of work. It feels easy to me. Like I bring a lot of intention, but that is easy. And what I have had people ask me, y'all, I'm not even joking, for over a decade at this point, is when I'm just going to be overt about being a relationship coach, because my friends come to me to talk about that. I'm having people reach out. It wasn't even listed on my website until very recently, but I would still have people reach out and ask me to do relationship guidance and coaching. it's literally my energetic system is saying, come to me for this, but some part of me was resisting it. Still unpacking that. But the fact is, everything I do is relational. I've had individual clients tell me that their partner thanked me for the work we were doing because it was inherently connected to and affecting their relationship. So I was even doing like sideways relationship coaching with individual clients for years. And so one of the things I'm sitting with is how to restructure the face of my business overtly to honor the fact that this is the nature of the work I do without it feeling like the way everybody understands more traditional relationship coaches, because it's not the same. So I say all of this because sometimes, one, our body gives us the loving smackdown to say, sit your ass down and think about where you are. I also know there was very physical stuff at play. Who knows, right? I was probably run down from working against my energetic system. I have a teenager who just went on a class trip. Like, there's very real physical stuff. But I'm always curious about the meaning that is going to serve me the most and serve my personal growth, serve my spiritual evolution, and like, what's the story or narrative that's going to help me there? And for me, it was, where am I out of alignment? Because when I'm fully in alignment, I even the physical stuff in life feels more like a blip and less like a smackdown. So I was marketing I was marketing a new Mr. Mind, and I wasn't getting an energetic response, which is very rare in my world. And I sat with myself, and I love a Mr. Mind. I can do a Mr. Mind about just anything and love it. Bring a community together, create intimacy, learn and grow, fall in love with each other. Magic happens, yay that. And what was really alive in my heart was this idea of moving into mentorship in a deeper way. And since I'm moving away from one-on-one work, to really call in a group of people who want to do that work through this more embodied, magical, deconditioning, that's the radical part, perspective. And I have systems and approaches that help that. And that's what I wanted to do. But I was telling myself, y'all, and how many times have you done this with something that mattered? Well, I can't do it yet. I'll do it when I get my shit together next, bleh, right? And for me, it was, I don't think I can get all that together until 2024, because there's going to be retreat components, all this kind of stuff. And y'all, the universe doesn't care about what our brains think. It cares about alignment. And if we're trying to do a thing because we tell ourselves we can't do the thing that is most alive for us, we're not going to get the same response from that other thing. Like, laws of the universe says, if this feels like a sure, and this feels like a yes, it's going to give attention to aligning the yes and be like, I mean, whatever. It's cool if you want to do this other thing. Still, I mean, I get that you like it, but we're going over here. And so I'm also sitting with that. Like, what does it look like? Because I would coach, and I have coached a lot of people on this, but when it's your own life, it's different. And there are new and fabulous blind spots. But what would it look like for me to just be all in on moving toward the things that feel most alive, most exciting, most like hot and fiery and like this, whatever this is, sparkly, instead of putting them off? Like, what if my energy goes there? And the fact is, when I because this was part of my journey this past week, when I let my energy go to, oh, it's just time for that now. That's what the signs are showing me. I actually felt peace in my body. I actually felt ease. And it actually felt like it's going to be far easier to pursue that than to pursue this thing that was a version of the mentorship. I think my mind was playing tricks and being like, well, it's close. It's a similar process. But so just going all the way over here feels like, oh, the magnetism will come back, the alignment and the attraction. And I will be in full-on inspiration mode to move in this direction now. So here's the invitation. Listen to your body before it gives you the sledgehammer. Stay curious about where you might be half-assing your dreams. And stay curious about what it would look like to not postpone the things that feel most enlivening. And this does not have to be a big program or launch in your business. This can be a daily decision to like go to that fabulous lunch spot and sit out on a cafe table, because when you're there, you feel like the best version of yourself. It can be small because those small things are never actually small. They're actually investments in alignment. And that's what we're being invited into. Spring is the time for movement. Spring is the time for aligning for action. And we're in the recalibration now. So as we can stay curious, hopefully before, you're on the couch for 36 hours like I was, but as you stay curious about the alignment, then the energy that wants to move through is actually going in the most efficient direction, the most joyful direction, the most magical direction. So I'm right here with y'all, getting like butting up on my own blind spots of conditioning and canting, and then rerouting and pivoting. And I think we need examples of people who are like, oh yeah, I thought that, and now I know that. Oh well, onward, rather than this, especially in the entrepreneurial space, this shame that exists around moving toward a thing publicly and then going, oh wait, I'm actually going here. That is human. That is natural growth. That is normal. So can we just ditch the shame for a minute and like tell our egos to cool their jets so that we can get on with what it is that we are meant to do and be in the world? Let's do it together, huh?